Oh, all-powerful genie Will Smith. I wish I was a headlight on a northbound train. Wish granted, bitch. What is happening, my little writers? Welcome to another brand new episode of Play Dead. I'm Davey. What's happening? Today's episode is a companion piece to last week's episode, which was the China Cat Sunflower episode. So if you haven't seen that yet, go watch it, because today we're going over I Know Ya Writer, and it's very easy. This one's going to be a short one because it's just one chord progression, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. So getting into it, I Know Ya Writer is, like, I'm sure you know, is a traditional folk song. I believe, I'll put it up over here. I forget what the actual, like, songbook was, the original songbook that it came out in. But it was the first time it was kind of written down in that book. It was like in the 30s. It was originally called Woman Blues, or I Know My Writer, right? It was played by the Grateful Dead from 1965 all the way to the end, and it's still being played by every Dead tribute band ever because it's one of the easiest songs to learn regardless. I mean, you can always change your dynamics. Like, dynamics are everything, but the chord progression as it stands, it's one chord progression, and it's the same way all the way through. The song, like, if you're thinking like Dead adjacent like bands and people that played it, Janis Joplin played I Know Ya Writer, and Hot Tuna played I Know Ya Writer. Tons of people have done this song. So there's just this. That's it. It's just the one chord progression for the song. And so what we'll do is we'll get right into it. Okay, you're gonna, fuck it. Just, let's go. I know you right, gonna miss me when I'm gone. All right, so welcome to progression. Just progression is what this one's called, because we're progressive, right? Not in like the political sense, but in the sense of, like, we're progressing forward. We can't stay where we are. We always have to keep moving forward. That's kind of what this song's about, right? I know you writer gonna miss me when I'm gone. It's that whole that kind of, like, hopefulness, even though maybe you've lost somebody, or, like, there's always a way to look at these songs through, like, an emotional feel, like a relationship feel kind of thing, right? Especially with something like this, that I know you writer gonna miss me when I'm gone. The sun will shine in my back door someday. There's, like, this longing in a lot of these songs, especially these old folk tunes, So what we'll do, this is what the progression looks like. Very simple, very straightforward, and that's the whole thing. So choruses and verses. It's all this. So listen to me do it, and then we'll break it down. Okay? I know you're right, gonna miss me when I'm gone. I know you're right, gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss your baby from rolling in your arms. So pretty simple. So how it's going to break down, we're going to start on a D major. Now you can do this D, your bar D, or you can do, like, regular first position D. A dealer's choice. So I know you writer gonna, then you're going to go to C, miss me, to G, when I'm, to D, gone. Do it again. I know you writer gonna miss me when I'm gone. And you can also kind of do this thing where it's almost like, it's very similar to the chord progression of Morning Dew, right? So, like, you can do, and if you play it faster, it gets grassier. So be like, no, you writer gonna miss me when I'm gone. I know you writer gonna miss me when I'm gone. So there's so many different ways to play this song. But that's the first half of the progression. And now the second half, you're going to do something a little kind of off kilter. You're going to go to an F major. Gonna miss to see your baby. Back to F. From rolling to C in. And then we're going to hit an E minor. Your. And then to D. Arms. And that's the progression. So, no, you rider gonna miss me when I'm gone. Sorry. I know you rider gonna miss me when I'm gone. Gonna miss your baby from rolling in your arms. And like the only time that changes at all is kind of like at the end they would do this kind of vocal buildup, right? So it'd be like, you're gonna miss. So this would be on the last chorus, right? You're gonna miss your baby from rolling in your arms. Yeah. I'm sorry. That one's hard to hit. It's especially hard to hit when you're like trying to be quiet and in this because it would be something that Jerry yelled. But you do a build on D. Yeah. And then you just instrumentally hit that. To C, F, to C, E minor, D. And that's usually how that song would end, right? So that's I Know You Rider. That's the best way I know how to explain it. It's very straightforward. You pepper it and salt bay it however you want to do it, my friend. But I hope you guys enjoyed this companion piece to last week's China Cat Settler. Sometimes I need an easy week, y'all. Sometimes it's better when these aren't 30 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to get in and out because this is a super easy chord progression. Okay, you probably already know this one, but it's about having it here. It's about having it for the resource and all that jazz. Because we're smart, we're intelligent. We wear glasses, right? Pocket protectors, bow ties. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna set up a loop and we're gonna solo over it. All right, guys. I've got my loop set up. Okay. So now we're just you got to make sure that you're hitting those chord changes. So when we're in D, hit the D. When we change to F, hit the F. You know what I'm saying? This is all important. This is going to help you grow as a student and as a guitarist and then eventually as a teacher. Okay? So we're going to start it. I've got my spark on. I got my delay on. And we're doing the whole progression. So let's do it. Here we go. right, guys, that was I Know You Writer. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for putting up with my bullshit. Y'all are the best. You guys are the best people on the planet. Toby and I can't do this without you. Please subscribe, like, comment, all the good stuff you're supposed to do. Please go watch all of our other content. There's so much. We put up like something like fucking 30 hours of content a week or some shit. It's stupid. We put up a lot of content each week. So there's plenty of stuff other than Play Dead on this channel. You might not like it all, but there's plenty of other stuff. So if you know you're interested in comedy, you got our podcast. If you're interested in like hip hop or learning how to use Logic Pro X, if you're wanting to get into recording, Loose Beats and Loose Beats tutorials, those are Toby's shows. He does a great job of explaining how to work with Logic Pro X and how he breaks down his music that he's working on. We also have so many live streams that it's insane. We're live streaming like every other day on this channel. So if you're feeling fiscally responsible enough and you want to help us keep the lights on, you can go join our Patreon anytime you want. Patreon.com/Toby and Davey. And, you know, we got fucking Venmo and PayPal too, whatever. But you guys are the best. Thank you for being here for another one. And next week will be another one, and then another one, and then another one. And you know how it is. We're DJ Khaled up in this bitch. That's just how it goes. I'm your best friend. You're my best friend. And so I will see you in the next one. Mwah.